Hello, welcome to Switched On Gaming. Paul speaking. Welcome to a very special look at a new PC game. This is Grid Legends from EA Sports and Codemasters, the very latest release in the Grid series. Huge thanks for EA and Codemasters for sending me out an early copy of the deluxe version to take a look at. I know this game's been out on EA Access for 3 days, I think it came out. If you're on EA Access, you can get a 10-hour trial. But this is the full version that we've got here. Just going to take a quick look at some gameplay. This is more of an overview video. Going to make quite a few bits of content on this over the next few days. And today, the release day, which is the 25th of February, official release day. As I said, it has been in early access, but here we are on the actual release day, and hopefully we'll see these lobbies fill up. We'll talk about multiplayer in a little while. Just going to show some gameplay just while we have a little initial talk about this. As we say, it's a new release of the Grid series. This has got quite a lot of innovative features in it, which I'm really looking forward to trying out. And this could be the future of racing games, with one of the features in particular in the multiplayer. You know, when you've got a multiplayer racing game, you know, and you start a lobby, what's the worst thing that you see? And it's waiting for race to finish, and you have to sit there and wait for, you know, everybody else to finish their race before you can get involved. Now, what the guys are promising with Grid Legends is that you can start a, request a multiplayer race and actually join a multiplayer race in progress, taking over one of the AI cars in that race. So, you know, most multiplayer races, if it's a standard multiplayer race and not a custom lobby, are going to start with a full grid of cars controlled by the AI. And at any point during that, you can dive in to that race and take over an AI car. So it should do away with the old problem of, you know, the message of waiting for race to finish. You'll be straight into the action, taking over one of the AI races, and I can't wait to see this in full swing. I've had this game a couple of days now, and the lobbies aren't particularly full, but I'm putting that down to the fact that, you know, it is only in EA Access and the reviewers that have got copies. So hopefully, once the full version is released today, in effect, we will see those lobbies fill up, and this feature will come into its own. Now, we're racing the electric cars at the moment, so really nice, feel really great, and obviously got that electric engine sound. That's why it sounds quite quiet, but they're really nice to control. And we're at the Yokohama docks location. Not the fastest cars, but there is the sort of Formula E GP cars that are available as well. They look much faster. You may have seen on the track as well, there's kind of these zones, these boost zones that you can drive through with the electric cars and build up like a boost meter, and then at any point you can press the left bumper button to deploy a boost. So I'm just going to wait till we've got a nice straight bit of track, and then we're going to deploy a boost. This will do. Here we go. Nice, and there's a limited amount of boost that you can use to overtake. And you see we started with the interior view, so there's plenty of views here. Got an interior view here without the wheel and arms. We can go with the full interior view with the wheel and arms. Nice exterior views. Cars look great in the exterior view, and these locations are also really nice. We'll obviously, as I say, we're going to make quite a few videos on this because I love racing games and I love the Grid series. I mean, I imagine if you're watching this, you may well have been around here from my Grid coverage on the Nintendo Switch that got sort of tens and tens of thousands of views and new subscribers. So, you know, it's kind of an evolution of that. You may have seen back there the AI driver pulled off of the racing line to go through that boost zone. So the boost zones aren't easily accessible. You do have to make a conscious choice to jump off of the racing line to pick up that boost. At the moment, I've got no boost, so I know the AI car behind me does have a boost in his back pocket to use. So it makes it quite a nice tactical little wrinkle in these electric car races. You know, you've got that boost option. So there you go. That's a little bit of a start of the race here. We're going to go back to the main menu, have a look at some of the options, and that's available in this game, and then we'll dive into some more gameplay. We'll be looking at multiplayer racing over the next day or two. I'll be using my steering wheel as well. We'll get some wheel racing. We'll look at the story mode, which I played a bit of mostly last night. It's really, really good. Not perfect, of course, but it is a really good idea for racing games, and we'll be looking at that as well. So let's jump back to the main menu and have a quick flick around that. So here we are back at the main menu, and I just want a quick note, if it wasn't clear, you know, that was I think 26 26 drivers in that race, all AI drivers. And again, if you start a multiplayer session and you're in a lobby and you start a race, any of your races that you play, you know, basically single player, at any point a human driver or drivers can jump into that race at any point. Which is going to be so exciting. I cannot wait for this to really permeate out and get into the hands of people. But anyway, let's talk more about that in a little while. As you can tell, I'm quite excited by this game. So let's have a look at this is the main menu. Let's have a look at some of the sort of back of the box headline features. We've got the innovative story mode. So we've got the next tab here. This is called Driven to Glory, and it's kind of done a little bit like the Netflix Formula 1 series. You know, you kind of get headshot interviews, and then it jumps into bits of races. You've got rivals, all filmed with real actors, and then sort of superimposed onto these backgrounds. It's really well done. We're going to have a look at that probably in more detail in another video, so I'll try and link to that. Then got a standard career mode that you work through. So starting in the rookie career mode here, 8 races will unlock, you know, the next level, semi-pro, pro, and then there's a gauntlet option here. If we go into the rookie option here, you can race in any of the disciplines. I love open wheel racing, so I've started in the open wheel racing. But we've got the electric cars that we've just used in there, the electric Jaguar. You've got GT, you've got track day races, specials, and the grid challenges, as well as tuner and touring cars. And it's the same for all of the events when they unlock. We've got the social panel here, which the multiplayer sessions will be run from, so you can jump into any race here. If you click on quick race, you will just be jumped into any session that a user is having, whether they've set up a specific multiplayer session or they're playing their, you know, even if they're playing their story mode, single player story mode, you can jump into that story mode and play you know, take over an AI racer in their story mode, which is, as I say, just absolutely insane. You can join, you can search for a specific session to join. You can create your own session, and then you can manage your EA friends from here as well. So that's looking really cool. We've got a race creator. Again, we're going to look at this in a separate video, but you can set up your own race. Lots and lots of options here. That's going to be really exciting to look at. The garage. Don't know whether to do a separate video on this or not, but basically we've got all of our classes of cars along the bottom here. So touring cars, tuners, GT, drift cars, track day cars, nice Mini. I recently bought a Mini myself. I drive a Mini now, and they are beautiful cars, so I'll be diving into that and seeing how that handles in grid. Open wheel cars, we've got these different classes. So you start with the Beltra open wheel, very much a beginner's sort of open wheel car, and then we go up through the classes. F1000, Renault, sort of old school Renault Formula 1 car. Got the Aerial Atom, and then the Expo. Single wheel cars. We've got trucks. Look at that. We've got big, huge big trucks. So truck racing is in the game. That's going to be exciting. Electric cars, as I say, we have got the Formula E car. So that's kind of like the Formula E car. So looking forward to using electric cars. They're always fun. And then we've got this special. So we've got some sort of, I guess, custom cars here. Oh, the Ferrari F40. That is one of my favourite cars. Beautiful. Some of Ferraris. Stock car from America. We've got the Beetle. Volkswagen Beetle with sort of some peace and love signs on it. Some of these endurance cars. Another Ferrari F430, beautiful. Another Mini, classic old Mini Miglia. Porsche 911. So loads of cars, some NASCARs here, some oval racing cars, and then some classic old cars for the historic GT stuff. So really nice amount of cars there. We've got 250 career events, 130 locations across 22 different places in the world. London, Moscow among them. Mount Panorama, Yokohama Docks, as you saw there in our first race. Over 100 handpicked cars, including drift cars and eliminator cars. You can set your team up here as well. That will stick with you. So I've started tinkering with this. You can set your logo, your team racing name, all kind of standard stuff. There you can pick up different sponsors as well. As you earn XP, you unlock more sponsors and can pick up bonuses from meeting achievements within those. You've also got your teammate. You've got kind of a skill tree here that you can update your teammate and give them buffs. So not really dug into that too much yet. Same here with the mechanics of the car. You can dig into that with your skill tree and upgrade your cars as you go along. Good stuff. And then, as I say, loads of options. Obviously I'm on the PC at the moment, so got kind of a lot more options around about the videos information. I'm not sure what the consoles are going to offer. I imagine steering wheel support is on consoles. As I say, we'll be digging into some steering wheel gameplay in a different session. So there you go. From this home option here, the first tab, you've got sort of quick access to the most recent stuff that you were doing. You can jump into any of these at any time. We've also got progression here. Lots of different sort of sections to unlock and achieve. Always good, gives you something to aim for. Pressing the start button will take you into the session modifier. So but here we've got a friends list. We've got a session that you can create. So you can just start an open session, or you can launch the race creator. You can see how many players are online. At the moment it's reporting 0. I think there's maybe a small bug around that, because it was reporting 0 over the last few days, and I was finding multiplayer sessions. So there is a little note in the known issues that I got from the publisher that some of the multiplayer connectivity and stability is going to be addressed in an upcoming patch. Your EA friends and then notifications as well. So we can just start a session browser. We can show anyone that's currently in session, and then you can choose what class of racing you want. I usually use circuit racing. Location, you can use pick a specific location, just do any. Again, pick what sort of cars you want, or leave it as any. And then if you want any AI drivers on or off. As you see, there is players online at the moment that we can jump into. So let's actually jump into this first one here. See if we can join this. Okay, a little bit of loading. It says it's searching for a vehicle. I think that's my fault because I paused the game. I'm going to cause all sorts of problems here for everyone. But here we are. We've joined someone's multiplayer race in the middle of their race. That'll be a bug that needs to be looked at there in terms of joining the race and then immediately spinning out. But I don't know where we are. As I say, we've just elected to join any race. It looks like stock cars.
2 laps to go.
With a few live players and some AI. At the Red Bull Ring in Austria. One of my favourite tracks. So that was quite handy. And on the second lap of 3. I'm on hard difficulty at the moment and turned off most of the assists. If you've played grid games before, you're going to know that it's kind of like simcade racing, what they call simcade. Kind of a little bit more forgiving, although it does try and have simulation aspects. The driving model isn't going to be as complicated as something like iRacing though. You can probably see from the left hand side as well, we've got some human races in with us as well, and this is cross-platform. I think I mentioned that, but totally cross-platform. So I think we've got some console players in this race by the look of the icons. Just having a quick look up. I don't think there's any good indication necessarily of the cars that I can see who are human and who are AI. It'd be quite nice to have a really clear indicator on the sort of badge above the car who are human and who are AI. These cars handle beautifully. I'm not sure what sort of cars these are. I feel like stock cars, but handling really nicely around the Red Bull Ring at the moment. We are in 7th position. We have got a human racer in front of us. Looks like playing on console from the icon, Kaiser 94. So we'll be looking for them to play fair when we try and overtake them. Let's give you some external view racing. Nice fireworks going off there as well. Hard on the brakes. Away we go. See if we can overtake Kaiser before the end of the race. But so we're going to come back over the next sort of day or two, over the weekend, with some more information and content. So if there's anything specific you want to see, as always, comments below. Right, we need to play fair around Kaiser. We don't want to be ramming anybody. Oh, managed to keep it clean, just about. If he can keep it clean as well and play fair. We've pulled away a bit, to be fair, from him. We've got another human racer in front of us, Yeti 7409. Don't think we're going to catch him before this one is over, though. Oh, wrong line for that corner. Hopefully we can hold it. Looks like we are going to hold it. And we're going to finish in 6th there. So we made up a few places. But that's a good example of joining another humans race, mid-race. This is what I'm hoping for from this game. It's so excited when I was at the sort of press launch night and they were talking about this. And it's just going to be a massive innovation in racing games. And this has got to be the future for racing games. Being able to join a race at any time, mid-race, not having to wait for a race to finish and join a lobby and, you know, go through all that rigmarole. Just get in, join a multiplayer race and just get going. And that's what I'm looking forward to, particularly in this game. But there you go. That's my quick look at Grid Legends on the PC. As I say, by the time this video is up, the embargo is midnight on launch day, so the 25th of February. You'll be seeing this video. Keep your eye out for a few others as well. I'll try and link them in the comments below. I'm going to look at a few other things now and get some other content up for you. But of course, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you are new here, please subscribe and leave me a comment below if you want me to look at anything specific or just want to talk about Grid Legends. Always happy to talk about games with you guys, and look forward to delivering more content for you over the coming days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.